A level of 52, and altcoin season is here. Guys, as a matter of fact, I believe what's driving altcoin season a little bit higher today is that Bitcoin is trading around 114,800. It is down just slightly from where we were yesterday, but altcoins are maintaining their levels very well. You've got Ethereum sitting at 47.38, XRP still above $3, BNB, man, BNB is loving these all-time highs, $889, Solana up there, Dogecoin up there, Tron and Cardano are up there, and Chainlink, dude, $26 per coin. It is looking very good right now, but we are still nowhere near the top. Now, I will say this. Some altcoins are very well positioned and doing much better than others. The Shiba Inu coin ecosystem team is really dropping the ball lately, and I do want to focus just slightly on that, because here's the deal. Leash is not Shiba Inu coin, but Leash is a very good sort of indicator of what the ecosystem team is capable of. We need to focus on the community. We need to focus on the SHIB army. We don't need to focus on what the ecosystem team is doing. So let's discuss it. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. Now, I'm going to go through this article in a second here, but I do want to say this. Diversification is very important. I'm going to talk a little bit more about a token called Bitcoin Hyper in a minute here, and this is a layer 2 blockchain being built for Bitcoin. Guys, with Bitcoin pressing all-time highs. Bitcoin hitting 124,500 the other day, rising beautifully on Jerome Powell's sweet, sweet music to our ears, talking about interest rates. Bitcoin Hyper is rising and raising very quickly. $11,569,000 raised so far. In the next 1 day, in 3 hours, the price is going to rise again. Now, if you're interested in buying this, all you're going to do is click that link in the description below. You're going to click buy with card or buy with crypto. Either way, you need to connect a wallet. Now, I like to connect via Best Wallet or Trust Wallet. You guys got links to download that down in the description as well. But in a second here, we'll go over how their layer 2 works and all of that. But let's just talk about what's happening with Shiba Inu coin, altcoins, and why we really need to focus on community instead of the ecosystem team. Now, SHIB developers launched Leash v2 migration to fix a 10% supply surge caused by errors, right? And this is Cal, the developer for Shiba, the ecosystem. He did not develop Shiba Inu coin. Shiba Inu coin has no issues, right? Leash has issues, and they're making that very, very clear right now. There should not be a 10% price, or a 10% supply surge in anything. This is a major, major red flag that things are broken in the ecosystem. And yes, they're trying to fix this, but that means all of your Leash V1 is going to be worthless. And every single Leash holder is going to have to migrate to Leash V2, which does not even guarantee that this issue or more issues aren't going to arise. It says the plan uses a holder equivalence model, allocating Leash V2 proportionally to long-term holders while reducing allocations for sellers, enforced via DAO governance. Now, this is crazy, right? Holder equivalence model, proportionally for long-term holders while reducing allocation for sellers. Guys, it's not even as if you own Leash right now. You're going to be able to go out there and have the same amount of Leash. They're rewarding long-term holders out of nowhere with nothing that would have indicated the benefit of holding Leash long-term. Liquidity pool snapshots and community voting on migration timelines aim to stabilize supply with self-service portals addressing exchange participation gaps. So they're not even going to have all of the exchanges on board. This is going to be an absolute mess. Leash's V2 audited ERC20 design emphasizes transparency and security, with success hinging on holder participation and potential DeFi precedent setting. Think about this. If not everybody participates, which they will not everybody even pays attention to what is going on. The success of this migration is going to be fully dependent on everybody understanding how to do it in the first place. that it's a necessity in the first place. Guys, I am telling you right now, focus on SHIB. If you focus on the entire ecosystem that is being built here, we are going to be led astray, and it is going to be heartache and heartbreak one after another. Now with that, the price of Shiba Inu coin is still doing well. It is following Ethereum higher. Ethereum sitting at 47.38 right now, all-time high, looking very good. Shiba Inu coin, SHIB, guys, is sitting at a level of 13.16, looking very good. I wonder if KSX has Leash. No, KSX doesn't even have, that's crazy. KSX doesn't even have Leash listed. Leash is down on the day today. I did look at it out here on CoinMarketCap. Leash is down 2.5% to $63 per coin at about a $15 million market cap, doing $1.2 million in volume over the last 24 hours. It is obvious, right, that Shiba Inu coin is the entire ecosystem. Shiba Inu coin is the entire reason all of this exists. And if we forget that, if we focus on the ecosystem over Shiba Inu coin, it is all going to, let's just put it this way, it's not going to end well. So I continue to focus on SHIB. I continue to focus on what the community is doing and not what the ecosystem team is doing. Now, with that, SHIB is not the only token that I own. I have also bought into Bitcoin Hyper, and I expect this one to do very well, simply based on the fact that it's raised $11.5 million alone, but a layer 2 blockchain for Bitcoin could bring a lot of utility back to the network. It says users deposit their Bitcoin to a designated Bitcoin address monitored by the Bitcoin Hyper's canonical bridge. So you're bridging over from the Bitcoin Hyper, or for Bitcoin network to the Bitcoin Hyper network. Utilizing the layer 2 network, you're going to be able to transact with near instant finality. And then zero knowledge proofs ensure transaction validity. You're going to send that information back to the Bitcoin network where it's logged in and validated on Bitcoin's layer 1. And then when you're ready to withdraw, you simply initiate that request and your Bitcoin is released back to your Bitcoin layer 1 wallet that you used to send over to Bitcoin Hyper's layer, or Bitcoin Hyper's layer 2 wallet. These guys are building a very strong and a very large community, 17,700 followers out there. This has got all of the answers for speed and utility on the Bitcoin network. Now, Bitcoin clearly leading the way in terms of market cap could also get even a bigger boost if it brings this added utility as well with the layer 2 network. Now, guys, do I really need a layer 2 network for Bitcoin to do better? No. But I am investing in everything that I possibly can because I believe this is going to be the largest bull market that we have ever seen. Bitcoin, you've got Ethereum, XRP, Solana, BNB. They are all doing fantastic. And especially over the last 24 hours. Jerome Powell came out with some beautiful news that they expect to cut interest rates in September. And they'll reassess the situation in November and December at the last 3, essentially, Fed meetings of the year. If we can continue to cut interest rates, these spikes are going to be more and more relevant, and we could be seeing new all-time highs hit every single day. Altcoin season is here, a level of 52 and growing. The only question is, are you going to sit there and let it pass you by, or are we going to buy in, accumulate, and make as much money as possible? Let me know what you guys are doing down in the comments below, and until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.